y'all, Teanna Branae here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm about to film some mommy content, so I figured I'd put on a little makeup. So we're gonna throw in and get ready with me before I film the mommy content. My hair sweated out a little bit, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. So this is gonna be, I'll wet that up. This is gonna be chit chat style. So let me get ready with me. Let me get my primer out. Should go get my mic, but I don't feel like it. It's too far away. It's not too far away, but I have y'all propped up on our medicine cabinet ledge, so it would be too much for me to go get it and try to adjust it. The products I'm using will not be listed down below because y'all know I'm not a guru. I just figured I'd talk to y'all since I put makeup on anyway for these 2 or 3 videos I have to film. I don't remember how much. So, I'm just going to talk about some mommy stuff because that's what the focus of my channel usually is. For those of you who are new, welcome. So I have a 2-year-old son. I got pregnant in 2018. Obviously, he was born in 2019. And I wouldn't say, we're gonna talk about mommy friendships, by the way. That's what the video is gonna be about, because that's what's been on my mind a lot lately. Well, actually all of COVID has been on my mind, and I'll tell you guys why in a second. So I have never been a person who's had like a ton of friends. I just never have. That's just never been me. That's not my ministry. I've had like a few solid friends, and that's been that. My brushes are dirty. Who cares? I need to clean them. Y'all can't see my brushes. They need to be clean. But yes, yeah, so I've always only had like a handful of solid friends, and that's it. And if y'all can hear like thumping, Andre's playing on his keyboard out the front. So you might be able to hear him, you might not. I don't know. If y'all can hear him, that's what it is. But like I was saying, I've always had like a good solid few friends. And that's just been that. But I may have mentioned this to y'all already, I don't remember, but during COVID, I just started to feel like, dang, I have no friends. I really need to make friends. I really need to try harder to make friends. My eyebrows are not going to be great. Let me tell y'all that now. But, yes, I started to think that I wanted to try to put in more of an effort to make friends. And so I talked to my husband about it, and he was very I put too much on the brush. Oh yeah. But yeah, I talked to my husband about it, and he was extremely understanding about the entire situation and just what I was saying. He was very receptive to it and extremely supportive. And so I just came to him and said, you know, I feel like I don't really have any friends. Like, I talked to my sisters. I talked to him. I talked to, like, family. But, like, even today, I don't have, like, a core group of friends that I talk to consistently. I have people who I sometimes check in with. Like, hey, how's it going? I haven't talked to you in, like, a year. I haven't talked to you in, like, 3 months. Oh, my God, what have you been up to? So I have that with people who I used to be extremely close with. And we just aren't that close anymore. Not because we fell out or anything like that. It's just, you know, life gets in the way. You get busy. You start doing other things with your life. It just is what it is. And that's what it is in my case for most of my friendships. Like, you know, they've moved out of state. Some of us are all in our own relationships now. So, you know, we have live-in mates and things like that. I have a child. None of my other friends, I don't think, none of my, well, a few of my friends have kids now, but for the most part, none of my friends are married. Let me say that. But some of them do have like living partners now, or we don't live in the same state anymore, things like that. But during COVID, I confided in my husband that I won't say I was lonely, but that I wanted to put forth an effort to make friends or to reach out to. It is so hot in this bathroom, I'm sweating. And then I use a hydrating primer, so look at my face, y'all. Because if I don't use a hydrating primer, my skin is extremely dry. But so I did confide in him that I wanted to just try to make more friends, basically. And I wanted to put forth the effort to be friendlier and try to have like real adult friendships. Because I feel like I don't have any real adult friendships. Like I have people who I met in high school that I'm still sort of cool with, or people that I met in college that I'm still sort of cool with, and we talk from time to time, or people that I met in school in general that I talk to from time to time, but we're not necessarily like besties. And I think all your friends have to be besties, because obviously once you're grown with a family, you don't expect to talk to people every day. Like I don't expect to hear from people every day, because I hope y'all not like I hope nobody's expecting me to call them every day, because it's just not realistic. Because once again, life happens. Let me get some paper towel. Hold on. This bathroom is so hot. But yeah, life happens. So if that's what you want, that's not gonna happen. Long story short. But so that's where I was at. So my husband was really encouraging, and he told me, well, you should reach out to people. You know, you should try to see if you can make friends. And I said, okay, I'll figure it out. Like I'll figure out a way to make friends. So I went as far as to making an account on like the Bumble friend. It's like Bumble BFF or something like that. Bumble is obviously a dating site, but they also have a like BFF section that you can go on just to make friends. So I found myself going on there, like trying to make friends with people, you know, reaching out to people, swiping left, swiping right, whatever. Basically the same way the dating site works, but you just do it for friendships. So I tried to give that a shot, which I'm really proud of myself for that. Because that's very unlike me. But I have a child now, and one thing that I definitely want to do is encourage Julian. And how can I be encouraging to him if I'm being a little biatch? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So I signed up for it. I swiped on a couple of people. This was during COVID. This was around like Thanksgiving, Christmas time-ish, up in there. Anyway, so I did go sign up, and I tried to make friends. And I met some cool people. Like, it was some ladies on there who were really nice, and they were easy. I wouldn't say they were easy to talk to, but they tried to keep a conversation going, which I guess it is awkward to try to make friends during COVID on an app, because the point is that eventually you're supposed to meet up with these people to see if the vibe is right, like if you can see yourself being their friend in real life. And you couldn't meet up with anybody during COVID. So that was kind of hard. I'm so hot. My face is sweating so badly. But that was kind of difficult. But I did attempt. And then I was just like, how is this going to work logistically? So I deleted my profile because I didn't understand like how I was going to make friends during COVID if you never see the friends. Like if you never, all right, let's plan to meet each other for the first time day, basically. Because you ain't supposed to be meeting with nobody during COVID. So how is that going to work? So I was just like, all right, you know what? Forget it. And I just, I think it was this one I was using. I just closed my account. But I will tell you specifically what I was looking for were women who either had kids or was in a serious relationship. So they either had to have children or they had to be in a serious relationship. Because at this point, I was engaged. And we had a child, and so I'm not saying that you can't have fun with your single friends and somebody in a serious relationship, but that's just not my vibe in general. Like, I haven't been, ooh, that eyebrow does not look good, but we're gonna roll with it. I haven't been the go to the club girl or the party girl. I haven't been that girl since college, to be honest. Like, that's just not my vibe. So I just didn't see a point. Now that one look good at the end. This one, it's on the fritz. I just didn't see the point in making friends with people who were interested in those things, because that's not what I was interested in. So it's kind of like, why waste my time with those kind of people? So I did make decent friends with people, not friends, but I found people who I thought were cool. Oh, my hair's gonna sweat in this bathroom. All right, the air is on, so if y'all hear it, ignore it. It's hot. But yeah, so I did meet people that I was like, oh, she's dope. She seems like a nice person. I feel like we vibe. But then I just gave up. I'm not gonna lie, I just gave up because it just made me feel like, okay, but when the heck am I ever going to see these people? Like, to actually see if we would you know, mesh, because it's COVID. Like, how am I going to ever meet them? Was what I was thinking. I mean, for good reason, but that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, when am I ever going to meet these people? And I just kind of deleted my profile and moved on. And then this was in November, if I'm not mistaken. And then I talked to my husband about it again because it was really getting to me, you know. So I talked to him about it again. And he was like, well, maybe you should try again. So I tried it again. I met new people. And then I did the same thing. I just gave up. I don't know, because it just still made me feel like, Teanna, you're not going to see these people, so how are you going to know? This eyebrow does not look good. Let me see if I can fix it. How are you going to know if you like them? Like, if you guys would be a good friend match? You don't know, because you can't see them. So that's where my thought was. So I just gave up. Long story short, I just gave up. And then I found myself like reaching out to old friends and like trying to rebuild friendships, and that was a fail. Which was kind of disheartening. Like, dang, okay. Like, that's how I felt at the time. Now I just don't care anymore. It is what it is. I feel like, I don't know why me reaching out didn't work for some people. Or I would get like, oh, girl, I haven't talked to you in so long. And then it just went nowhere. But I'm not upset about that. It just is what it is. So, I don't know. I've been trying to figure out ways, like, in my adult life to make real adult friendships. And it has not been the easiest thing. It's been quite hard, honestly. But I have stuck at it and I've kept trying. It's not like I was like, you know what, forget this. like I've kept trying. Which brush do I want? I want this brush. I need to clean my brushes. But yeah, I kept trying. I reached out to old friends and all that fun stuff. And some of them were receptive to it. Some of them pretended they were receptive to it. Some of them I didn't have beef with. We just don't talk that often. So I was able to chit chat with them for like spurts of time here and there. But that's basically all that came out of it. So basically nothing came out of it. And I felt like I wasted my time because I never want to come off as I don't know, come off as like a needy person. That's too much. But yeah, I never want to come off as a needy person. But I feel like in that moment when I was like asking people like, hey, what you been up to? Why haven't I heard from you? Like those types of conversations. Not why haven't I heard from you, but dang, I haven't heard from you in so long. Like those conversations. I do feel like I came off as like a needy person in those moments. Not because that's what I wanted to come off as, but because it's like, girl, they're not reaching out to you. Why you reach out to them? And then you got nothing in return, basically. So it did kind of make me feel away. But not a way to where I was upset. Because for me personally, I just feel like as long as I put myself out there in whatever area it is, then I've done what I wanted to do. Like that's how I see the situation. And for anything, YouTube, like I get discouraged a lot because I'm not seeing like quick growth with my channel, which I'm not consistent enough to see quick growth, I know that, but I'm just using this as an example. But I do feel like as long as I do what I want to do or do what makes me happy, that's good enough for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not pressed about it, so to speak. But there are some times where I'm like, dang, what did I do? And I try not to be too much in my head in terms of stuff like that. Because I also think like, besides like surface level stuff, these are people who you don't talk to often. So, or no, I don't, besides like social media stuff, these are people, I'm sorry. Besides like social media, these are people who you don't talk to often. So it's kind of like, why would you want to repair those friendships? That's kind of how I start to think about it. And then I'll talk to like my younger sisters about it and stuff like that, and they kind of say the same thing, like, girl, forget these people. But they also have not a friend group, but they have friends. So I guess their opinion doesn't really count. Not that it doesn't count, but I shouldn't be too invested in what they gotta say, so to speak. I don't know, but my point is, so I've been on a mission to make like adult friendships with people, or if it was somebody who I used to be friends with and we didn't necessarily fall out, we just kind of drifted apart. I've been on a mission, not currently, I'm not on a mission to reconnect with these people anymore, but during COVID, during quarantine, I was kind of on a mission to rebuild those friendships. And of course, like I said, right now I don't care anymore because I tried and nothing happened. In the end, I feel like, I don't want to say it was egg on my face, but it felt like it was egg on my face because it came across as, what this girl on? Why she reaching out to me? You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying that's what people felt like, but that's what I felt like people felt like. Because it's like, yeah, they're not reaching out to you, why you reach out to them? And I feel like they had to be thinking the same thing. Like, you ever feel like just because something's on your mind, it's on somebody else's mind? That's how I felt about the whole situation. I'm wetting my sponge, I'm sorry. But that's how I felt about the whole situation. Like, if they're not reaching out to you, why you care about what they got going on? Why are you reaching out to them? If they want to talk to you, they'll reach out to you. But I also try not to be that petty person, because life does happen. And I can speak to that with nobody's business, because I have a whole family now. So I'm not the girl at the club at 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. Like, that's not me no more. And it hasn't been for a while. So I was like, well, maybe it's just because maybe people feel like because I have a family now, I'm not interested in those friendships anymore. If that makes sense. Like, maybe they feel like, oh, she got a son. I didn't have a husband at the time, but oh, she got a son. She got a boyfriend. Teanna ain't trying to hang out with me no more. Like, I always want to make sure that that's not what people think the situation is. That I just don't want to hang out with them anymore because I have a whole family. But I don't know. My point is that I have been on a mission to make like long-lasting friendships, because I feel like as an adult, that's important. Friendships are extremely important because you have to have somebody other than your spouse, somebody other than your siblings, if you have siblings, or just family in general. You have to have other people to bounce certain energy off of. Hold on. Okay, yeah, you have to have just somebody else to bounce certain energy off of, is my point. And I feel like I don't have that. Like, I don't have people who I'm bouncing that energy off of, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm probably like, girl, what the hell you talking about? But because then I feel like you start to depend on certain people too much. Like, oh, I really want to go here. Let me ask the one person who I know will talk to me or whatever. Not one person, but the couple of people who I know I talk to all the time. Let me ask them if they want to go. And then if they say they don't want to go, now you mad. Because it's like, well, dang, who gonna go with me? Or dang, I guess I can't go. Unless you go by yourself, which is also an option. I like solo dates. It doesn't bother me. But like sometimes you want to bounce your energy off of somebody, and that's fine. And you don't always want it to be the same person. Like, I love my husband. That's like, we're extremely close. Duh, we married. But like, we are extremely close. We've been together for 7 years almost. We will have been involved with each other for 7 years in September. And so he knows me really well. I know him really well. We love to be around each other. But there are some times where we don't want to be around each other. And that's normal. Like, there's some times where I'm just like, I do not want to talk to him today. And he don't want to talk to me today. And that's fine. Like, it's not an issue. It's just, that's just life. Like, you get to those points where it's like, all right, what else is going on today? What so-and-so got going on today? And you have every right to feel like that. Like, he has every right to feel like he don't want to be bothered with me sometimes. He don't have to always be around me. I ain't got to always be around him. But in those moments, or even Julian, there are some times where I'm like, okay, I love my baby, but I want like adult company. I want adult entertainment. Not like my 2-year-old calling my name every 2 seconds. And that's fine, because everybody deserves space in all relationships. I'm sure there's sometimes Julian don't want to be around me. And he want to go be with his grandparents or be with somebody, I don't know. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just normal. So I do think about that a lot. And I ain't feeling this eyeshadow, but y'all know I can't do makeup, so it's okay. Y'all know I can't do makeup, so we ain't gonna worry about that. But my point still stands. It can be exhausting. So I don't know. After a while, I stopped reaching out to people, and even you know, like after the initial conversations with people, I would be like, oh, let me reach out to them and see what they got going on. Because, you know, we haven't talked since our little fake kumbaya session or whatever. And I got no response. And so once that started happening, I was like, all right, these people are not my friends. These people are just, at this point, social media friends. These are just people to write happy birthday, congratulations, shout out to you. Like, that's all these people are at this point. But they're not my friends. And that's okay. Where else do I want to put this? We'll put it right there. That's okay. But, you know, you gotta meet people where they are. And that's where they are. Like, that's where they are. And once I became okay with that, and this happened before I joined Bumble. So originally I tried to like rekindle old friendships, because I felt like that was easier than making new friends. But then I was like, when I wasn't getting a good response or a positive response to that, I just was like, forget it. And I haven't tried again. So I've just been like making it a point to be more into my YouTube. I'm not in regards to posting videos, because y'all know I'm so inconsistent. I don't tell y'all my filming schedule, but I have a filming schedule and I don't follow it. I have a filming and an upload schedule and I just don't follow it. So I've never told y'all what it was, but I do have one. Like my husband knows what it is, and he'll joke like, Teanna, where the video at? I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, the point is, once I started realizing that people were being fake receptive to it, like fake accepting of me, I just kind of gave up and I moved on to Bumble. And I tried to make friends on Bumble. It's like a brush hair or something on my face. But that was really difficult because I started to think like, I don't know, I started to get in my own head, like, and kind of second guess myself, like, dang, why is he not my friend no more type stuff. Because for me, I take my friendships really serious. So for me, that's a big deal. Like, for people to just put you on ice out of nowhere, that's a big deal for me. I know some people probably don't care. They probably like, girl, I didn't read this out enough. But they probably like, girl, don't care about that. If people don't want to talk to you, they don't want to talk to you. But I ain't that kind of person. Like, if I feel like you my friend, I take that extremely serious. So if I feel like something's wrong with our friendship, I'll try to repair it. I shouldn't, but I try. But yeah, when this was going on, I tried to repair those friendships, like I was saying. And my husband was just like, well, forget it. If people don't care, they don't care, Teanna. There's nothing you can do about that. Like, that's what he was telling me. Like, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say. You can't make people want to be your friend, even if they used to be your friend. If they want to blow you off, just forget it. And then that's when we went into the conversation of, like, me being interested in Bumble and making friends on there or things like that. So like I was saying, I was specifically asking for friends or looking for friends who were either in serious relationships or married, or in a serious had children, I'm sorry, either in serious relationships or married. That's what I was looking for. And I found a few people, but then I got off Bumble because it wasn't my vibe, to be honest. I'm not that outgoing of a person to hold conversations with complete strangers. Like, I can if I know some stuff we have in common. So like, if let's say I wasn't your friend in college, but we were associates, I was able to build off of that because we had the same class, or we had the same major, or we always happened to be in the same place at the same time. Like, I could build off of that. But I'm just not that, I'm not a social butterfly. I'm not a social butterfly. Sorry. So it just, it did not work out, and I got off the site because it wasn't working out. I don't want to mess my hair up. It's already gonna be sweated out, so I can't do nothing about that. But yeah, it just didn't work out. That's okay. And old friendships, I just had to let go. Like, what do you reach? And I had to see, like, Teanna, these people don't care. Why are you reaching out to them? And once I did that, and now I know, like, okay, so these friendships are just the let me get him a happy birthday post friendships now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, don't get me wrong. There are some people who I don't have a problem with. We just haven't talked. Life goes on. You know what I'm saying? Not those people. Those people are always going to be good in my book because life goes on. Like, it's not a situation where you're mad at each other or we fell out. It's no bad blood when I, hear from them. But there are just some people who you just have to realize you overextended yourself. And this is whether we were friends in middle school, high school, college, whatever friend I felt like you were, and we just lost touch. I kind of went through that phase during COVID. And I think it was just because we were stuck in the house, and I kind of started, you see what everybody's on social media doing or how everybody's living their life and things like that. So you start to wonder, like, dang, why this person ain't that cool no more? We used to be like best friends when we was like 16, 18, 20, 21, 22, however old I was. You start to think, dang, what the heck happened? So I was going through that phase of what the heck happened and why aren't we really close anymore? And I mean, it was cool or whatever, but I definitely felt like I wasted my time, and Andre, talking to him, definitely helped me see that I probably was. At this point, I ain't got no friends. I got him, I got Julian, that's about it, and my siblings. But I don't have anybody who well, no, I'm lying. I have a few people who I'm cool with, and we just don't talk every day because, life gets busy. But then I have some people who I just know are not my friends anymore, and that's fine. And I had to come to terms with that and understand that. And I don't need closure in relationships. So any exes I've had, or like people who I used to talk to, like, on that level, I don't need closure from them. But I'm a person who likes to know why my friendships end, because I feel like that's different from relationships. Relationships, who cares why it ended? But friendships, I like to know why my friendships ended. I just do. I like to know why my friendships ended. And so I will reach out to people and be like, why are we not cool no more? I don't have no problem doing that. I will reach out to you and be like, why we ain't cool no more, girl? Dang, why don't I talk to you no more? Did I do something? Like, I'm that person, because I don't have a problem with conflict. Especially if I felt like I cared about you in any capacity at one point or another. I don't have any problem with conflict. I don't have any problem confronting the issue. That's just not me. And maybe it's because I have so many sisters. I have 3 sisters, so maybe that's why I don't have a problem confronting conflict. Because if one of us do something to make the other one mad, we're going to talk about what you did to make me mad. Like, we're going to figure this out. So that could be why I don't have a problem with conflict. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, I don't have a problem with conflict. So if you had an issue with me, and I feel like if I feel like you have an issue with me, and I care that you have an issue with me, I'm going to ask you if you have an issue with me. Now, if I don't ask you, that means I don't care. That's what that means. It means I don't care. It means I don't care what the problem is. I don't care to fix the problem. That's your problem, not my problem. But if we were friends at a point, and I care that we were friends at a point, I'm going to ask you, like, what's the problem? Because that's just the type of person I am. Now, if we were never really friends, then we just, who cares? Rock out. Bye. But if I feel like I value that friendship, I'm going to ask. I think I put too much highlight on my forehead. But yeah, if I value that friendship, I'm going to ask. I'm just gonna ask. And whatever answer you give me is the answer you give me. Whether we move forward or not, that's fine. But I am the type of person who needs closure from friendships. I don't need closure from relationships, because if a boy did something wrong, if a guy did something wrong to me, then that's just, I'll start looking at it like, that's your loss, bye. But for friendships, because I feel like those are a lot more, usually a lot more mutual than bad relationships are, I want to know what happened. But whether or not you tell me, that's up to you. But I do try to ask, because I just want to know. Because if I'm not a good friend, I would like to know that you don't think I'm a good friend. Because maybe you aren't the only person who I consider a friend who feels that way. Because some people aren't good with confrontation. Like, some people aren't good at confronting an issue. And that's not necessarily bad on their part. It just is the way they grew up, or it's just the way that they are. So I never want it to be any miscommunication. Whatever your issue is with me, I want to know what the issue is. That way I know how to conduct myself moving forward with whatever relationship that is. Or if you don't want to be cool no more, whatever the thing may be, I want to know that that's what it is. That's just what it is. I'm gonna have to chop this down a lot. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it how it is. This pencil needs to be sharpened. But yeah, I just would prefer people to be honest. And I don't know, I'm just kind of at that point where I just start focusing on YouTube more. And like trying to be more active on YouTube. Or trying to be seen more on YouTube. Because I've been watching YouTube for a long time. I just don't comment usually and stuff like that. But because I have a channel, I decided that I'm going to try to be more active in commenting on people's content. Even if I'm not posting content at the time. Just so your name is seen. But I post relevant comments. Like, I actually watch the videos and post comments in relation to whatever they posted or whatever they're talking about in the video. And I just move on with my life. And my baby. And my husband. And that's just that. Because I feel like these people stress me out about why they don't want my friend no more. I shouldn't have put no mascara on yet, but that's okay. Because if these people don't want to be my friend, I don't want to be my friend. I mean, it still is a little disheartening, because I had a whole conversation with my younger sisters about, like, how do you make friends as an adult? Like, if you're not in school, how do you make friends as an adult? And so I told them what I did, like with Bumble. And they're like, oh my God, we're so proud of you. That's very courageous of you. Wow, wow, wow. Because that's not something that I would usually do. That's a new thing for me. I mean, it didn't work out. It was a fail. But at least I gave myself the opportunity, and I put myself out there, and I attempted, which is all you can do. You know, you have to at least attempt. You can't complain about spoiled milk or spilled milk or whatever, and then not go to the store and tell them that you need new milk. They don't know the milk out. But no, the point is, I tried. And whether or not they were here for it or wasn't here for it, then I can't do nothing about that. All I can do is try, like I said. And that's what I did. I put forward the effort. I reached out to old friends. I chatted with people to make new friends. And I was specific and clear in the type of friends that I wanted, because I do have a child now. I have to be realistic, and Julian spends most of his time with me. So my hair is so sweaty out. We're gonna see if we can fix it though. Or I see if we can fix it, and then I'm gonna change my shirt. Y'all not gonna see my shirt on this video. I have to find a shirt to put on. But my hair is so sweated out because it's so hot in our apartment. Whether I reached out to them or I talked to my significant other about it, I was honest about my feelings. So that's all you can do. Be honest. That's all you can do is be honest. And if people are receptive to it, they're receptive to it. If they're not receptive to it. But I can't harbor that anymore. That's the point of this. I'm just letting that stuff go. I'm just letting that stuff go. I can't hold on to stuff like that. I can't do it because it's not healthy. And then you start to feel like you were the cause of whatever the problem was and all this other stuff. And especially when you try to address the, well, me specifically, when I try to address the problem with them and they give me their butt to kiss, then I'm kind of like, oh wow, okay, well, I know where I stand with you now. You ain't gotta worry about me reaching out to you no more. And I have not reached out to those people no more. It's just been what it's been. Because I can't worry about that. I got a whole family now. A whole baby that needs me. I have a husband. I got immediate family. Like, I don't... Well, not immediate family. They are my immediate family. But, you know... The family I was born into, I should say. This part is so crooked, but that's okay. But I just have, you know, I got other stuff going on. I can't worry about that no more. So I don't worry about it no more. And it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm trying to use that as best as I can. I don't want to put too much on, because after I finish these 2 videos, I'm wrapping my hair back. I'm taking this makeup off. That's pretty much it for this video. Don't try to hold on to friendships that don't. If people don't value a friendship, let the friendships go. Find new friendships, which is what I am in the process of trying to do. I keep telling myself, oh, you don't need no friends, Teanna. But you need friends. Humans are social creatures. We need friends. So that's what I'm gonna work on. That's my homework for the year. To find friends who want to be friends with me. Basically. Don't try to be friends with people just because you have history with them. Find friends who actually want to be your friend. This is my makeup for my next video. I don't know what order this is going to be in. I guess logically I should put this one up first, but I don't know. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. Let me know down below if you guys have struggled with losing and gaining new friendships as well as adults when you're established in life, meaning you're not in school, your post forced friendship era of life. Let me know how you make your friends. I'm trying to tone down that highlight a little bit, but yeah, let me know how you make your friends. And that's pretty much it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.